Alright, so here is another presentation I made, for my YouTubePower explained. So this one's about YouTubePower lost media. I told you all about this in my chicken tender sandwich video, and I have it already. So YouTubePower lost media is kind of like, so I'm also gonna have to go through this quickly. So YouTubePower lost media is it's like pieces of lost media, media that doesn't seem to exist anymore. That's commonly acknowledged in the YouTubePower. It's related to the YouTubePower. So there's actually a lot of these, but the ones I'm going to talk about in this video are the most notable ones that you should probably know about for later. And anyways, you may have heard about some of these on fandom, but yeah, let's get started. Alright, so this first video, most of you should probably know what this is. I've made a lot of videos about it. It's 2016, so 2016 is a screamer video that was uploaded to YouTube. It's like a mashup of multiple screamers that were created in the year 2016, hence the title. And they're kind of combined in opacities, or opacities, however you pronounce it. I forgot. And the screamers all play at the 45-second mark, which is really cool. So it's kind of like an up too faster with screamers almost. It was made by this user called Paw Patrol Jackson Fnac 2004, who's also known for creating some of the first up too fasters, and it's they're an impersonation of another user whose old name was this thing, and that user is now called Andrew the Next Gen Subfan 2004. So as you can see, I have some statistics about the video on the left. So you can see upload date is unknown, but we think it's at the end of 2016 or at the start of 2017. We just don't know yet. And the removal date was February 20th, 2018. That's we once found. So you were once able to view deleted channels on Filma if you had their ID number, their URL ID, and so we were able to get Paw Patrol Jack Misha Fnac 2004 up here. So we found out it still shows when their channel was created, but it no longer shows the last day, the day they got terminated. So it was around February 20th, 2018. They could have been terminated on the March 1st, but we don't know. So this video, I really spread the word about this video. So I first started hunting for it in 2020. So I've been hunting for this for a while. And I've made multiple remakes of it. I actually wrote a Screamer Wiki article for it in 2023. And I also made a lot of remakes of this video that year. And they were all very accurate. And so a user on Discord called RobloxMan, who's also known as eVids, he was with a group of other users, and they found out that they can hack into YouTube and use reverse engineering to find these videos. But we might not be able to do that right now. I mean, we don't keep out. Not everything's gonna come back, okay? So this was found on November 7th, 2025. So as you may know, this was going to be the start of the deluxe era, but it just wasn't enough. Anyways, next video. Alright, so this one is called Request Bad. Fox Searchlight has a Sparcher Lost remix. So it was uploaded by Tefferson Sparkchan. I'm just going to call him Furzin. And at the time, he was called Mad Insanity, or at least around the time. And it was uploaded on April 30th, 2020, which was during the meme era in the YouTubePower. And this isn't what we actually think is the removal date, but it's its last fetch date on Filmon. So there were a lot of videos last fetch around this time, but the most recent one was December 2021, and it was removed for violating the terms of service to community guidelines, whatever you want to refer to as. And Furzin actually later got terminated in 2023 for getting hacked. And so as you can see, this is the Fox Searchlight Pictures logo as a variation of a Sparcher Sparta remix. So it's like synchronized with a bass called Spartan's Lost Remix, according to Aston. So this is currently partially lost. We do have some re-uploadations of it, and no like big actual remix of it. I once tried making a remake of it, but I didn't finish it in time and I lost it. The factory reset. Hopefully we'll find this sometime. Roblox fan might be able to get this one for me, but we just don't know yet. Alright, this next video, you may have seen this one on my channel too. It's called Everyone Reaction to the Last Jump Scare PP10 BTS 9 Parasite. So, if you don't remember, I actually had like a whole video like talking of like me talking to Playo 2000s about it, like a message to Playo 2000s. So I'm just gonna call this PP10 BTS. So, by the way, Playo 2000s was the one that made this video, but at the time he was called Cactus PVZ according to his bio. This is up on April 15, 2020, which was around the time as Shassler. Oh, I forgot to say, you'll usually see this one referred to like abbreviated to FSHASLR, which is usually pronounced as Shassler, like reference to a plot going at Christmas. So removal. So this was also like its last fetch. We don't know exactly when it was removed, and it also violated one of the guidelines. It was like terms of service or community guidelines, whatever you want to refer to. But the tagline is actually community guidelines, not terms of service. All right. So this one. So this is also an up to faster, as you can probably tell. All right, so there was like a period of time in 2025 when I like told everyone about it like after I found its archive on Filmon after several years, and I like asked everyone to like help me find all the components of it. And this was the one on the bottom right was like the hardest one for me to find because we didn't know exactly what it was. And before I could do that, Roblox fan actually found it for me, and it was actually from a soccer game, and not like a 2D cartoon, which is pretty crazy, right? So shout out to Roblox fan for helping me find both this and 2016. I couldn't have done it without you. Alright, so this one may not look familiar to you, but it's actually like unless you've seen that community post, you'll know this is Furchester Catastrophe My Way. Not my version, it's My Way. I used to think this was called My Version, but it's actually called My Way. We actually we recently found the film mod archive of this by using the metadata subpage. So this was uploaded by Kyler Wormter, now known as Corey Fanatic 2026. So Kyler Wormter closed his original account, which he uploaded this video on, which was uploaded on October 10th, 2018, and its removal date was like around December 2021. That was both its last fetch, and that was around the time this account got closed. So it was actually around for longer than I thought. I just didn't know. Alright, so it's also lost, but it's like fully lost now. The original video is fully lost, and I have recreated it. It's not really like a big recreation. I just like made my own variation of it just to like show others what it may have looked like. And I'm making a new one soon, just so you know. So I might talk to Corey from Next 2026 about this, however. Alright, here, next video. Alright, so this is Rowboat Yutaho Super Quad Parasite 17. It was, or it's usually sometimes referred to as SQ17, like that's its abbreviation. So it was uploaded by P.ETTP, pretty sure he was still called Phil at the time this video was uploaded. Alright, so he's now called HII. Oh, I made an error here. This is supposed to say 22, not 24. Alright, so anyway, it was uploaded on February 8th, 2022, back when we like went on a run with our super quad persons, like a continuation of the super quad persons. Okay, so it's what I recently found out is that this video's last fetch was on January 14, 2024, and it was re-uploaded and fixed on February 9th. I'm not sure what the fix was, and then it was user deleted again, like in June of 2024. I'm not sure what day in June. Like, I just know it was in June because I've seen the community post and I've seen the timestamp. But obviously, you just can't view like exactly when it was made. So this is also partially lost. We have gotten some re-uploads of this, and they were both pretty good. And outside of that, though, we just can't really do it like a good remake of it yet because we don't have all the sources, and we're gonna need to get all the rest of the sources back or components. So I felt kind of sad when I found out that this was gone, but don't worry. We'll find it. We'll find it soon. Alright. So this next one might not be very familiar to you. It's not been a piece of lost media for like a really long time. And it's not even like realistically lost. Alright, so this of course is Start New Year's Meme Off Right. It was uploaded by VictorNet on December 31st, 2017. So it's like based on this meme where like the series of memes where that say like if you play something at a specific time on New Year's Eve, then something from that thing will happen at midnight. So you can start off your new year right. So what VictorNet does with this is that he takes 15 different like meme songs, like songs that become memes, and he played them all and like lined them all up so that like their best parts would like play at midnight. So you might be wondering, when was this removed? This was actually never removed actually, because it's alright. So I told everyone about this in October 2025, and what I did, so you might be wondering, Discover, how did you find this? So what I did, so there's like a Google subpage called Google My Activity, and it can show like your like comment history or like likes history. I was actually doing that to see if I could find Furchester Catastrophe, but I then decided I could also use it for Starting New Year's Meme Off Right. I mean, I put down a lot of comments there, and then I actually ended up finding it in the comments history, and I found out that it's an unlisted video, so it's not actually lost yet. Alright, so this one is like probably the most significant like across the internet, not just the YouTubePower, but like the entire internet. It's Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret. So it was uploaded by Lotusman17 all the way back in 2007. So it's like August 15, 2007. And it was removed in 2012, like user deleted in 2012. And it's partially lost. So there's like a whole group of people that are finding this. Sorry about that pause. My dad just interrupted me for a second. So I was saying there's like a group of several people that are like trying to help bring this video back to life. Like they're trying to find things with like everything. Like they're using like any kind of method to like find it. They're just like doing whatever they can. And this is they're especially like members of the Lost Media Wiki. You know, they're like members of the Lost Media Wiki. This is actually the only one on the list that has a Lost Media Wiki. So if you don't know, this is also a screener video, which disguises itself as like a tutorial on like how to unlock Luigi in Super Mario 64, even though you can't. So the first like 40 seconds of this video have been found, but the rest of this video just needs to be found. I don't know how they just like know like every little thing about this video. Like, how do you know that? Like they found keyframes of it. Like how does that work? I could use it to find, let's say, Furchester. Like, anyways, next week. Alright, some of you might not know what this one is either. It's 40 simple flips all yelling two at the same time. So this one also hasn't been removed yet, and it's not even unlisted either. So how is it lost? So there was like a period of time where, like in 2025, where I couldn't really find this video. It was kind of hard for me to find because I always forgot what the title was. So it was uploaded in June 2021 by Toscos, and about like 2 weeks after I started looking for it, I actually found it by using the search bar. I typed in 2 at the same time before column 2023, because if you do the before column 2023, you can load up videos from before 2023, because I remember watching this before 2023. Wow. I said before 2023 a lot of times. I don't know. Before 2023. Anyway, so I found this on July 24, 2025. And I actually made a community post saying that I found it. And Toscos actually congratulated me for finding it. Shout out to him, by the way. Okay, so this next one, it's got a pretty interesting history, so I'll explain why I have the finding date on there twice, but right now I'll just explain what this is. So this is why people love this Windows 95 so much. So by the way, if you don't know, 40 simple flips all you to at the same time. It's just the video is just described in the title. I don't really need to explain it right now. I'll just talk about this. So this video, in this video, the uploader Beyond Bytes goes over this variation of Windows 95, Microsoft Windows 95, called Windows 95 Mobile. He goes over the popularity of it, why people liked it. It's just described in the title. So it's also found, and it's actually never been permanently deleted. So Aston once noticed, so it was uploaded in 2023, then Aston in 2025 noticed that it was private, and then I realized it was made public again in October of 2025. Then Beyond Bytes got terminated, but then he was able to reinstate his account, and I found out about that in December, which is a really wild history. By the way, shout out to Beyond Bytes. Everyone who made these videos, by the way. Alright, so this next one, it was made into a YouTubePower meme, by the way. So this is, yes, we did Hopsala. He's about to do it, so 021347 Zoom. That was a loss. So that's also another long name, but I just like to refer to this as, yes, we did Hopsala. Alright, so I've got a pretty big story to this. So it was uploaded by Shaden Bay, the maker of the first FG Faster, on February 4, 2019. And so I remember I once saw this in my recommendations, my recs, and I told Dad about it. Before I went to school, when we were at the bus stop, I told Dad that it had Big Bird in the thumbnail, and I believed, I remember the first part of the title, but I kind of thought it was spoiler alert or something, something exciting. And I told him that as soon as I got back from school, the first thing I was gonna do was watch this video, and that's exactly what I did, and it really put a big smile on my face. I really like this one. So it shows 2 jumps from art clips, and then a zoom clip, and then this clip from a Sesame Street PC game, which is an image, and then a Rough Ruffman clip. So it's pretty funny, and random kind of. Alright, so it's actually a mix of some other videos that just Shaden Bay re-uploaded, though not for archival purposes. Just he just uploaded the clips and then just combined some random quotes from them into one video, which is ridiculous. And so this was made into a YouTuber meme called Hopsala, and it also has Hopsala Ultimation, which is a variation of an old Yota-O video, which I'll talk about later. Alright, and then its removal date was around December 15, 2019, but that was around the time Shaden Bay got terminated. I saw the first FG Faster had a last fish day of February 15, 2020, so that might have been the removal date. And so I kind of usually debate on whether or not this one has actually been found. So it's kind of always been here, kind of. So I have a video that shows a recording of this video in reverse, but it's like me reacting to the video. So it has like my face in it. So like, because the app that I was using, it that I was doing it on, record it. So like, I found out that I've seen a video that like uses that method to download YouTube videos. So that's what I did. And then if you just reverse it, then you'll find it. But it's not like the actual like raw footage, like the actual like raw form of the video. So the actual raw form of this video hasn't been found yet, but it's possible. I mean, this also isn't archived on Filmon, so we don't really know much about it. Okay, so this doesn't like refer to just like one video in particular. It just like refers to like multiple lost classic up to fasters that haven't actually been re-uploaded yet. So they can come from various uploaders. They can all be uploaded on various days. They can all be removed on various days, and some of them are lost, some of them are partially lost. Like, there's some that are like so obscure that they're lost, and nothing is known about them. And some of them are just, we just kind of like know little about them, and like some of the ones that you see on screen right now are like totally partially lost. Some of them have had re-uploads, so one's pictured here are re-uploaded just by me. One of them is a remake made by me, and another one is made by Talking Tom, the object thingy. Shout out to him. Anyways, so some of you probably might know what these are, by the way. So I won't really go too much into detail on this because I don't want to make this video too long. All right. 2 sequels for KSP WKYA UTZB. So that stands for King Spade Fishers Will Kill You All. And yeah. So this was uploaded. I actually re-uploaded this once, and it's mostly known for its use in up to faster 145 person. So this was made by Adrian Salinas EDCP, and he would later become Slug Terra Yes for the Robot No EDCP ACCPOE, which is a pretty long name. So July 11th, 2016, that's when it was uploaded. It was removed around June 8th, 2020, and it's partially lost right now. It's been re-uploaded. No actual re-upload of this video exists at the moment. Hopefully it gets found soon. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this was user deleted. Okay, so you might know this is a picture of Jane Silva. So this one like kind of refers to like any video that comes from like a Jane Silva video, like a Jane Silva channel that doesn't exist anymore. Like either the videos aren't there anymore, or just like the channels aren't there anymore. So for example, so this is like the profile picture of one of the channels he has, Special Everything. He actually has one called Special Everything right now, but he's actually had another one called that, and it got terminated. So that's like the one. That's like the most sought after, like when thinking about YouTubePower lost media. So they come from various Jane Silva channels, various upload dates, various remove dates, and some of them are partially lost, depending on what it is. So some videos from Special Everything include like ultimately the world's best Yozo meme ever, Ultimation Combination, the conjecturally named Ultimation Omega Final Parison, the Bang Geek Squad Parisons. There's like an extended random maze, some other old Yozo videos that we don't know about, and a bunch of others we don't need to mention, reference. And so I know there's like another one that you might know had like INT 1226 or 1230, and that channel also got terminated. It was also called Jade Silva. So since that channel got terminated, all of its videos are lost. And by the way, the old Special Everything isn't even archived on Thorma, so which makes some of these videos like very mysterious. And yeah, so this is the last slide. So So there's some others that are very significant, but I feel like if I just listed them all in this video, it would just be too long. So there's also Christopher Taylor's Yotoho videos, like the conjecturally named ones like Super Pro, Robo Yotoho, and One More Time Yotoho Jaden Silva, even though that might not be conjectural. And then there's like the Mega Yotoho, like, and there's some like unused ones, or at least ones that we think are unused. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, and there's some other videos from Christopher Taylor. Alright, so I guess that about does it. So that's kind of like all of the YouTubePower lost media that you need to know, I guess. Some of you probably already learned about, but if you don't know, I recommend that you should probably know all of these. But anyways, well, I'm gonna stop here. You've already heard me waffle for long enough, so I'll stop here.